Shigeru. Shigeru. Are you listening? Yahaba snapped out of his thoughts, taking note of his boyfriend's slight frown. He didn't even realize he was being talked to. He and Kyotani were just heading back home from a shopping trip, both carrying bags with groceries. Sorry, what did you say? Kyotani narrowed his eyes at him. You've been spacing out a lot recently. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I was just thinking. Kyotani didn't look convinced, and Yahaba wasn't surprised. He had a lot on his mind lately, especially a certain blonde spiker. I asked you if you were coming to the 2 matches we have this weekend. Oh yeah, right. Well, I plan to go. Why? I thought we talked about it. He noticed Kyotani clench his jaw upon hearing his words, which was something that was happening a lot lately. Maybe you shouldn't come. Yahaba paused. What? Why? I thought you like it when I come to your games. Just because. That's not really explanatory. Just don't come, okay? Yahaba's heart dropped at the other's suddenly much harsher tone. Kyotani had been acting off for some time now, getting irked and raising his voice for no apparent reason whenever Yahaba even remotely mentioned the team. He also started to come home rather late. Okay, if you wish so. Kyotani nodded and continued to stare ahead. Yahaba squeezed one of the bags to his chest. To say he was confused about Kyotani's behavior would be an understatement, and he felt the dark pit in his stomach growing. Panic started rising in his chest. He bit his lip and forced himself to calm down his breathing. It's fine. Maybe he's just having a bad week. The team is demanding after all. It will be fine. He repositioned the bags in his hands and sped up to catch up with his boyfriend. No matter how weirded out he was by Kyotani's request, he did what the spiker asked him to and stayed at home. Unfortunately, he didn't have any teaching that day that would help to distract him from the intrusive thoughts swirling in his head. He contemplated if he should call the frog's coach to ask if Kyotani was acting off during practices too, or if he was like that only when they were together. But considering how irritated Kyotani got with even a brief mention of the team, Yahaba doubted calling his coach was something Kyotani would appreciate. He stared at his phone, unsure what he should do, before he sighed and opened the chatting app. Private chat. Hello. Haba-chan, my favorite kohai. How are you doing? I haven't heard from you in ages. We chatted last week. Too long, my dear. But what brings you to our chat? I need advice. Oh, your awesome former captain is ready to help at any time. What do you need? I'm afraid something is going on with Kentaro. Is Mad Dog treating you badly? If yes, just say a word and I'll fly to Japan to end him. Fast and clean. Or I'll send Eva-chan there. That could work too. What? No need to. He's been acting a bit weird for the last week. Weird? Yeah. He's grumpy, like even more than in high school, and he gets angry and defensive whenever I asked about the team. He didn't even want me to come to his matches this weekend. I don't want to be nosy, but I'm so confused about it and I don't know what to do. That's weird. But first, answer me honestly now. Does he get violent towards you during those angry episodes? Or ever? What? No! He never laid a hand on me. Okay, good, because I would totally go back to Japan if he did. No, please don't. He gets angry sometimes, but he never hurt me. He's not like that. Alright. Then the only thing I can recommend in this case is to talk it out. But he obviously doesn't want to talk about it. I don't want to distress him even more. But you suffer because of it. You have to talk. There is no other way to deal with this. Remember, communication goes a long way in relationships. I guess. Okay, I'll talk with him when he gets home. Thank you. And sorry I bother you with this. You never bother me, and it's good you ask for help. Good luck, and remember, if our mad dog-chan ever hurts you, I'm ready with a plane ticket and a knife. Okay. Thank you. Always. Yahaba sighed and rubbed his eyes. What Oikawa said made sense, though he wasn't sure it was the best solution right now. But the whole situation was making him anxious, and if talking could help, then they had to talk. The keys rattled in the lock and Yahaba's heart sped up. Kyotane strode into the living room, tossing his bag on the floor. He only muttered a short greetings, not paying Yahaba any more attention, and made a beeline towards the bathroom. Hello to you too. How was the match? Kyotane grunted. Fine. Did you win? Yeah. Are you going to answer with more than one word? What is this? Interrogation? It was a match like any other. We won. Anything else you need to know, or can I finally go to take a shower? Yahaba was taken aback, the other's words rendering him speechless for a moment. Why are you suddenly so defensive? I'm not. Yes, you are. You were fine just 2 weeks ago, and now you snap at me anytime I mention the team or matches. Did something happen? Kyotane scowled. Can't you just leave it be? It's none of your business. It is my business when you act like this. Please, just tell me what's wrong. I don't know what to do. Nothing. Just do nothing and leave me alone. I'm just trying to help. Leave it be. What exactly you don't understand? Yahaba's throat tightened. He didn't expect everything to go smoothly, but he didn't get any answer and apparently just made it worse. Ken. Don't wait for me. I'm sleeping on the couch. But... Kyotane's hard look his way stopped his next words. He clenched his hands to stop them from shaking. Okay then. I won't bother you. Kyotane paused, but then just shook his head and slammed the bathroom door behind him. Yahaba had never felt this alone in their own bedroom. He bit the inside of his cheek and hid his head under the covers, trying to calm his shallow breathing and the trembles running through his body. He forcefully tugged on his hair, a handful of silver locks staying between his fingers. He had to lay on his hands to stop. Kyotane hated it when he pulled his hair out. He probably hates you now anyway. He covered his mouth to stop the quiet sobs coming from his throat and grabbed his phone, calling the first number in the lock. Oikawa yawned when he picked up, his voice laced with sleep. Aba-chan? What's wrong? Are you... It didn't help. I thought it would help, but it didn't. Oikawa immediately woke up. Okay. Breathe for me now, alright? Deep inhale, long exhale. Repeat. Yahaba took a shallow breath, following Oikawa's example. Good. Now tell me what happened. Did you talk with him? Yes, but we just argued and he got angry and now he's not even sleeping in our bed. I don't know what to do. We were fine before. It's alright. Breathe. Keep breathing, okay? I'm sure this is just some big misunderstanding and it will get resolved soon. What if he hates me now for being nosy? What if he leaves? I can't. I don't. My dog loves you, Yahaba. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't leave you just because you argued. You argued all the time in high school and you were fine soon after. But... No buts. You'll make it work like you always did. Give him time till tomorrow to cool off a bit and try to talk to him again. I'm sure he feels just as bad for that argument. If it doesn't help, call me again, and we'll think of something, okay? Yahaba clenched the phone in his hand. Okay. I'll do that. Sorry for waking you up. Don't worry about it. You aren't alone, okay? No matter what happens, you aren't alone. Say it. I'm not alone. Good. Keep that in your head, okay? Now go get some sleep. You need it. I will. Thank you, Oikawa-san. Anytime. Sleep well. That was easier said than done. Yahaba dried his eyes and hugged Kyotane's pillow to his chest. We'll talk, and everything will be fine. It will be fine. He carefully avoided the mass of people walking out of the Sendai City Gymnasium after the match. He wasn't sure what exactly he was doing there since Kyotane made it clear he didn't want him here, but he couldn't otherwise. It's after the match, so it should be fine, right? He didn't know when he managed to fall asleep yesterday, but when he woke up, Kyotane was already gone, leaving only a short message that he will be home around 6. Yahaba tried to busy himself with work to distract his mind, but without much success, and so around 3 o'clock, he found himself in front of the gymnasium, waiting for the match to finish. He headed towards the player's space and wandered around a bit, hoping for the best. It will be fine. We'll just talk it out. We can do this. He was snapped out of his thoughts by 2 voices coming from the other corridor. He instantly recognized Kyotane's gruff voice, but the other, a woman's voice, was unknown to him. With tightening chest, he peeked around the corner. The woman was beautiful, with long black hair, big eyes, and soft features. Kyotane was smiling with one of his rare, real smiles, rare at least for other people, showing her something on his phone which made them both laugh. The woman then hugged him and kissed his cheek, neither of which Kyotane seemed to mind. Yahaba clasped his hand over his mouth and backed away, feeling pressure building behind his eyes. He didn't wait and bolted out of the building, not caring about the whispering behind his back. He had no idea how he got home without getting hit by a car along the way. He collapsed onto the ground by their bed and curled into a ball, tears streaming down his face. Panic settled in his chest, the fear of being alone again crushing his heart and pushing the air out of his lungs. You always mess everything up. You can't do anything right. No wonder everyone leaves. His breathing sped up when he heard the front door opening. Shige? Yahaba whimpered and dug his fingers into his hair, pulling and tugging. Shigeru, are you home? You shouldn't leave the door unlocked. Shige? The door to the bedroom opened and Yahaba's heart stopped. What's wrong? Kyotane's voice was calm and soft, though a bit confused, so different from the tone Yahaba got used to hearing in the last week. Fast footsteps stopped in front of him. Warm hands closed around his wrists, gently pulling them away from his scalp. Don't hurt yourself like that, love, please. Yahaba sniffed, tears welling in his eyes again. Calloused palms cupped his face. He hesitantly looked up to meet Kyotane's fiery gaze, and his throat tightened. Why were you so angry before? Kyotane sighed. I'm so sorry, Shige. I know I've been horrible to you lately, and I just wanted to know how you are doing. What did I do wrong? Why did you snap at me? Why? Shh, breathe, okay? It's alright. Don't tell me it's alright when you are leaving me. Kyotane's eyes widened. Leaving? What are you talking about? I saw you with that woman after the match. Is that why you didn't want me to come? To be with her? Kyotane tried to dry away the tears rolling down Yahaba's cheeks, but they just kept getting replaced. Please, love, stop crying. It breaks my heart to see you cry. You are talking nonsense. Am I not enough anymore? Of course you are. You are much more than enough. What are you? Then why are you so irritated lately? Am I so annoying you had to look elsewhere? Shige. I can change, I swear. Just give me a bit of time. Just tell me what I did wrong. I'll change it. I don't mind if you have another lover, as long as you come back to me. I don't mind. I'll agree to anything. Just don't leave me. Please. Kyotani crushed him in a bear hug, his own voice hitching slightly. Stop saying things like that. I beg you. Yahaba wrapped his arms around Kyotani, holding onto his shirt for dear life, sobbing uncontrollably. Please don't leave me. I don't want to be alone again. Shh, stop, please. I'm so sorry I did this to you. Be angry at me, yell at me, but don't say things like that. I'm not leaving you, I swear. I'm here, and I'll stay as long as you want me to. Yahaba pulled away a bit, just to see into the other's eyes. And why? What happened? Kyotani gently wiped away the tears from Yahaba's cheeks. I got benched after the match last week. The coach said he thinks I wasn't playing my best and that I should work a bit more if I want to get back into a starting lineup. That's why I was coming home late this week. The woman you saw is a sports psychologist. They sent me to her because I wasn't taking it too well. But she hugged you and kissed you. It's Ichika, my cousin. Remember her? You met her a few years ago on that horrible family gathering I took you to when we started dating. Yahaba browsed around his memories, his mind supplying him with an image of a young woman with glasses and mischievous eyes. Kyotani sighed. I didn't want you to know I wasn't playing because I was afraid you would be ashamed of me. Volleyball is the only thing I'm good at, and I blew it up. So I wanted to keep it a secret until I got back on track to protect my ego, but I just ended up hurting you instead. The deep sorrow in his voice mirrored in his eyes too as he caressed Yahaba's cheeks with his thumbs. I heard you calling Oikawa yesterday. I'm so sorry, Shige. I never wanted to make you feel like you are alone. I know I fucked up and that an apology isn't even close to enough, but I still want to make things better again. Though, I'll understand if you won't forgive me. Yahaba buried his face into Kyotani's shoulder, melting into the warmth radiating from him and breathing in the minty scent from his skin. I was so scared. I felt you got tired of me. Kyotani pulled him closer, gently playing with his hair. I could never. You are my world, Shigeru. I love you with my whole being, and I'll leave only if you tell me to. You wouldn't fight for me? I would fight anyone and anything for you, but I know you'd have a good reason if you ever tell me to get lost. And in that case, I'll respect your decision, even though it would break my heart. Good that won't happen then. And I could never be ashamed of you. You are doing your best, and I'm proud of you, playing or not. But please, next time just tell me. I will. I'm sorry. The heavy atmosphere disappeared and was replaced by a comfortable silence, disturbed only by Yahaba's soft sniffing. I know you probably aren't in the mood right now, but I brought you something. You did? Yeah. I had to ask Ichika for help because I needed a second opinion. I guess that's what you saw at the gymnasium. Can I bring it? Yahaba nodded, but didn't let go. Carry me? Kyotani chuckled and carefully stood up, effortlessly picking Yahaba into his arms. He nuzzled his nose into Yahaba's neck, tenderly kissing the exposed skin. Love you, Shige. Never forget that. Yahaba snuggled closer. I love you too.